Oh, right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to she divorces her rich husband and instantly regrets it and cries. Let's jump in.
You just have to let go of what was and purge out the negative. It's really sad. It's like I said, for 20 years, it was the same part. Like, we shared everything for.
The music, bro. I knew it. I knew the music, man.
And now he's sharing that with somebody else.
Everything. While you live your lavish life in your condo on the beach.
He takes cash draws whenever he needs them. So how am I supposed to compete with that? Because I'm not competing with just a narcissistic ex. I'm competing with a multi-million-dollar company.
The restraining order that I filed right here, the one that was granted on the 22nd of February, is the same day that you fired my 24-year-old son, the one that you've raised since he was 4 years old. Yeah, that one. That one that called you dad.
Sometimes you just have to purge and move on.
Welcome back, family. Today we are going to review this woman who instantly regrets divorcing her rich husband and gets replaced instantly. And now all she is doing online is bitching about how much her ex-husband lives a lavish lifestyle but doesn't want to give her the money she thinks she deserves. We will first start by watching her crying because she misses the good times she used to share with her ex-husband now that she is jealous that he is sharing all those good times with another woman. Remember to not feel sorry for this woman because she decided to divorce her rich ex-husband herself. Also, the audio of this clip is a little inaudible because there was a loud background music that I had to remove. So please read the caption while watching.
Sometimes you're so strong, and sometimes the silliest things make you break down and break you and cry. So I got a new customer card today by myself about my husband or ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband, whatever. I went shopping, used my new card, and then I got really sad in the car because it's so freeing, and I'm doing it on my own and I'm raising our kid. But for 20 years we were on the same hospital card, so I know it seems so dumb, but it's just I don't know.
This is what I told you guys. This is them romanticizing their bad decisions. She's romanticizing the fact that she's getting a divorce, and that way we can feel empathy for her, like a soap opera. This is her romanticizing that decision.
Don't know. But when I'm like, yes, I'm one more thing we're not attached to, and I'm free of that, and it's like this freeing feeling. But then at the same time, I'm like, it's really sad. It's like I said, for 20 years, it was the same part. Like, we shared everything for.
They're romanticizing it.
And now he's sharing that with somebody else. And I'm just trying to be independent and work on myself. But so anyway, I don't really know what the point of this is, but that's just some stuff like a disco part and getting your own. Just emotional. But y'all have a great Thursday. And I have all of you celebrating that all your are safe. It's great.
That is the real problem with modern women. They let their emotions get the best of them and make life-changing decisions based on how they feel at the moment. She probably left her husband just because she got bored and wanted more. Now that reality is settling down and her ex-husband has moved on with another woman, she is starting to regret the good times she used to have with her ex-husband. Life is not always rainbows and sunshine. They are times that things don't just go the way you want. But that is never a good enough reason to decide to leave your family behind and break the vows you made. Now all she does is complaining about how hard the divorce process is and how hard it is to support herself. Check it out.
Good morning. Narcissistic divorce update number 3. I'm not really sure where I want to go with this video, but I do have an important question and I would love some feedback. We've been at this for roughly 8 months now. Haven't made much progress at all. We're actually timelined out all the way to next summer.
So my question is, at what point is enough and you just stop paying for your
I knew the guy was paying a lot of money for these attorneys. Yeah.
attorney? It is costing thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every week. And that doesn't even include my business attorneys. So at what point do you just say, forget it? I truly want to know, because it's to the point where I can't afford to pay attorneys and afford to stay home and homeschool, which is what my ex wants. He wants me to have a full-time job because he doesn't think I deserve anything from the businesses that
You see, again, romanticizing divorce. You're deciding the divorce, lady. You're deciding the divorce. So, because you're deciding the divorce because you got bored, now you're putting yourself in this position. Now you're with the trenches. It seems like the guy was smart here. He said, you know what? I know how much money she has. I'm going to win this war by paying more money. And eventually, it's going to be a Russia and Ukraine situation. Like Russia in the end knows that it's going to win the war. They just need time to just, actually they're winning. But they just need time to the manpower to just get depleted. It's the same here. Her money's going to be run out. But she did not expect him to fight this much. That's why she's getting already tired. And I think she's going to break her.
helped create and I helped run and that I'm an owner of. But like I said in my last video, he's the only managing member. So currently he gets to make all the decisions. So his decisions are that he gets to have as much money as he wants from the business. And I'm left with support and maintenance, which is about $4,700 a month, but our mortgage is more than that. So I'm supposed to pay all of our marital debt and pay the mortgage, and I pay for our health insurance, which is over $1,300 a month, and our vision and our dental. And I know some of this is repetitive from the last video, but I don't know what to do, because I don't know that it's worth fighting, because all of his business attorney fees and his personal divorce attorney fees are paid from the business. So I'm pretty much fighting a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to start this war, that's what you get.
And
that's what you get.
He wants me to run out of money.
Yeah, I'm
even
telling
though
you.
That impacts our son.
See, there we go. Right there. That was her excuse to do what she wanted to do right here. She wanted to use the son as an ankle, right? To use the sign language against her husband. Make him feel guilty, shameful, insulting, because, all this stuff just to manipulate the process. But I think the guy already knew for quite some time that she was about to divorce her. That she was about to divorce him, I'm sorry. And he probably he buckled up before, and she didn't expect this fight. She didn't expect it, guys.
So sure, I can work. I had a great job for 14 years and gave up a 20-year retirement when I had my son. And I took care of him and I raised him. And I helped with the business. And then I was our CFO. I did everything. I was so passionate about our businesses. And I was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't work full time and I can't homeschool. And our son is autistic. And he was so bullied last year and physically assaulted. And physically assaulted on the bus, the entire bus ride home, and I had to watch.
Yeah, I see. I don't want to blame the kid, but she's using now the son. Like, nah.
The camera footage from the bus of him getting his ass kicked. And then he was assaulted at school. And he was bullied in the bathroom. because he's different. He's amazing and he's special.
That's a reminding to you guys: put your kids in private school or homeschool them.
And he's just autistic and thinks differently. But middle school is hard.
Yep, a lot of
So,
bullies.
do I send him back to public school and pull him out of his enrichment programs and pull him out of all of his horseback riding lessons and guitar lessons and all of his therapy sessions?
Yeah.
Because there's no way that I can work full time and homeschool him. But I also would need before and after school care. They don't offer that at the middle school. And what happens when he gets bullied at school and I have to pick him up? Or when he bullies somebody else, because he does have rage issues. I'm not denying that. So at what point do I just cut my losses and just move on? And it is what it is. Like, I don't have any family. My mom and dad have passed away. My brother's passed away. I don't have any cousins, uncles. Like, I don't have any family. So I have my 24-year-old son and his fiance, and they work. Mind you, they worked for the company, and then, like my last video said, they were fired the day that I filed for the order of protection.
There you go. Because the guy already knows what you're doing, right? So on top of that, now he's doing a takeaway. You keep acting stupid, he's gonna do takeaways. He's probably a smart guy because she thought that she could just make all the decisions and he would just be like, okay, whatever. No, he is her son. He is our son. You know, we should not involve him here. And he said, no, F you. I'm just a stepfather. I'm gonna fire them. I'm gonna fire the family too. You keep acting crazy, I'm gonna keep firing them. Because she thought that he was gonna be like, oh no. And she thought that she was gonna take advantage of that.
Or temporary protection or whatever it is, the day that the judge signed it.
Smart guy, man.
He fired both of them. So they've since moved on and they're doing amazing. But they work, and they work a lot. Like, they can't help. And Ivan can be a lot for anybody to handle. So what do you do? I can't continue to pay all of these attorneys, especially after it's been 8 months and the court has sided with the ex every single time because
there you go.
he lies.
No, you deal with the wrong fox. That's why you deal with the wrong fox. You thought he was nice and cute, right? But the fox bites. They are wild animals. You thought you see this is thing like a lot of courts. I'm glad that's the case. A lot of them are waking up to a lot of the reality, and I watched a lot of these cases where the mom wants more child support, and surprisingly enough, a lot of judges are saying, no, I think you should just get a job. I like that, but we need to. I know a lot of guys don't understand this. A lot of people in the manosphere, they say, no, it's being repetitive, and the message is this and that. Just this message has to be repetitive, guys. This message has to be repetitive. If we don't repeat the damn message, it's not going to go through. People think that a message is something that it just happened once and we should not repeat it. This has to be pointed out, for years, guys, for years, because maybe you know it, but the new guy that's coming into the internet, he doesn't know shiitakes, man. I mean, men have to understand that we're not here to just, there's an entertainment aspect to a lot of things. I don't make a lot of money doing this stuff, guys. What, $100, $200? I don't make a lot of money doing this stuff, right, guys? But there's a bigger vision here. Some of these messages, it has to be repeated. Because situations like this, she wanted to get all that money from the company and her ex-husband. And if none of these messages were out in the universe, were not presented with the reality, maybe the ex-husband never had a chance. Guys, these kind of messages to just avoid at least one of these.
He's untouchable. For whatever reason, he is untouchable. I've requested draws. I've requested draws in the same amount that he's taken over the last 7 months. All of his attorney fees, they have to be around $60,000, and the business paid for all of those. They're paying for all of his business attorney, his divorce attorney.
You want to divorce her, girl?
Probably $80,000 the business has paid for him. He has personal stuff on the business cards. He takes cash draws whenever he needs them. So how am I supposed to compete with that? Because I'm not competing with just a narcissistic ex. I'm competing with a multi-million-dollar company. And he just has a bottomless pit of money to pull from. So is it worth even spending anymore? I mean, I have my
Man, I
son.
wish I could just read the comments in this one.
I have the best thing. And he doesn't want anything to do with him. He's seen him for 6 hours since.
Let's go there.
When this woman decided to get a restraining order against him.
We heard like that.
I mean, who does this woman think she is? Check it out.
Holy heck. I look like a mess, y'all. But I promised y'all an update. This would be episode 2, part 2. Sorry I look like a hot mess. I was at the farm for 3-4 hours today because Fiona, our son's pony, the one that I pay for and all the board and all the grain and take care of, all that stuff, the one that the narcissistic ex doesn't think he needs to pay anything for. Yeah. She needed to have her teeth floated. Well, then we found out that she had 2 teeth that should have been extracted when she was about 3. So those were extracted too. And then, I stayed with her while she was coming out of sedation. So, I was doing mom things for my kid's pony. So I've uploaded a video, and it's kind of long. I think it's worth the wait to watch through it. It's the text message. You see, he doesn't respond to any messages. And we use this, Talking Parent app.
Yeah, because the lawyer told her what? If she texts you, do not respond. And we interview Ulysses, a guy named Ulysses, and a lot of the text messages that he showed me, you can tell that his ex-wife, right, was already allegedly planning all this divorce. Allegedly. You can tell by the way that she was texting him. It's like kind of evidence to make sure they can gather and check to the courts. The reason was not, it's never okay. If you're going through a divorce, do not talk to your wife. Do not talk. Just that's it. That's it. There should be no communication. The reason you want that is to get some kind of reaction from the husband.
So the other night, I messaged him via text on his phone because sometimes I forget to use the app. And so I've included my message because I don't have anything to hide. And then you'll see his response that was like 24 hours later that said, "No, Robin, this isn't true." Which part isn't true? That I'm paying for everything, or what? I'm a little confused as the part that's not true. So because I've included all the receipts of everything that I pay. So you pay $4,700 a month in maintenance and child support. I think child support's like $1,500 of that, and then the rest is maintenance because you lied to the court about how much you make. Even though the day before you went to court, you took a $5,000 cash withdrawal from the business, and then you just failed to mention that in court. But whatever. Who am I to argue with your narcissism? So with all of the bills that I'm paying, actually not even all the bills. So with the mortgage, our health insurance, our dental,
Yeah, I'm tired of this video. Let me see what people say. The woman crying to social media for attention and telling all her personal business to tarnish the husband has the nerve to call him the narcissist. Yeah, that's how they do it. They're romanticizing their own bad decisions, guys. Woman brings her husband lunch at work once. I helped build that business I created with him. Yeah, and if you really helped her, think about it, guys. If she really helped him build that business, you can create that business again from to the ground up. My question says, how did the dude put up with over 20 years? Yep, the mortgage is over $4,700 a month. Sell the house and downsize. Yeah, let's go. People are getting it. See, they want a divorce, but they want to keep that same lifestyle of the divorce. That's entitlement. I love how women always call men narcissists when the men don't give the woman everything they want. This is ridiculous. It's not like she's lost everything. She still has her Costco card. Nah. If the bias courses inside with your ex-husband all the time, then the problem is you. Yep. Modern women divorce for no reason and file restraining orders under false allegations, and then still demand the ex to love and support them and their children from another man. Is she completely insane? And you know, shame on those shame for those police officers that know that they don't have the evidence to file a restraining order. Shame. I don't know who her ex is, but I feel happy for him. I couldn't imagine having to listen to this lazy every day. There you go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. See you in the next one.